Hey folks, it's Jim. Another upgrade to our personal defense, and that is the slash and puncture resistant sleeve. It also covers our strike plate. Anybody who's ever been involved in striking, striking is done with the front plate of the hand, right? And so when we do that, most of us wind up being damaged. There are bones and teeth and jagged parts of clothing, things of that nature that can always tear the human hand quite easily and damage it, if not break things, right? So it's nice to have a little coverage over our strike plate too as well, not just for our arms for defense, right, but also the strike plate, right, should we have to ever use that. So just something to think about. The next thing is, for me, I look at myself from the standpoint of where am I weak. A chain is only as strong as its weakest link, right? So in my preparedness, in my life rather, because my life is preparedness and preparedness is my life, it's just, I think, a healthy way to live. Rather than live in fear, be prepared. And then you can walk through your daily life without fear, right? So we have a staff, we have a ballistic backpack, right? And now we have our slash resistant sleeves, and guess what? Everything I've shown you here can go with you anywhere, even into a federal building, can't it? So isn't that interesting? So these are things that we should think about. From what perspective are we looking at preparedness? If we're always relying on a weapon or something like that, are we always going to have that with us? That's first. Second, in SHTF WROL, as I've said before, threats may be closer, then you can use that handgun. You may wind up on the ground in a grappling situation, like many a police officer has found themselves in, with a live weapon on the ground while you're grappling with a threat, right? So that leads me to this. We should all improve ourselves by taking some form of grappling, right? Almost all encounters, physical human encounters, wind up on the ground in a grappling situation, don't they? So it would behoove all of us to improve ourselves in grappling. Young, old, large, small, thin, heavy, doesn't matter. We can all learn something by taking some grappling and how to get an opponent to the ground in a submission. So, and it doesn't take a lot of strength to get someone to submit. So don't underestimate yourself, no matter who you are or what your condition is. We all have the potential to submit somebody. Remember that. And we can all be trained to be better, if nothing else, right? And give ourselves a higher level of survivability, right? So that's just my thought for the day. Next thing I would like to do is challenge everyone, again, to read Sun Tzu, some form. This is a nice translation, has the original text and the translation in it. I use a study version that is extensive and combines Eastern and Western philosophy. It's pretty thick, and I study this every year. My notes fell on the floor. Anyway, I think that, again, we're only as strong as our weakest link when it comes to personal defense. So rather than looking out and seeing all the stuff that we do have, I think that on a regular, continuing, ongoing basis, we should inventory ourselves from a perspective of weakness. Where are we weak, right? And there was a wise man who once said, "Therefore I shall boast of my weakness." Right? Remember that. There could be great wisdom in that for all of us, huh? Yes. So anyway, I just thought I would share that. And have you thought about the slash resistant sleeves, puncture resistant sleeves, right? You can find these at welding stores. These happen to have Kevlar in them and other fibers. But you don't have to spend a lot of money, right? Many of them are flame retardant. Very simple upgrade to your personal defense system, getting out of a major metropolitan area where you may be attacked with blades or close assailant, right, where it renders your handgun effective. Many police officers, as I said before, has found themselves on the ground grappling with a live weapon, right, on the ground. Scary situation, right? So I tend to try and look at all of my defense systems and where are they weak and where can I improve myself to encounter more and more threats as I progress in my life. So I just putting that out there for today. I hope you're all doing well. And let's think about it. We're only as strong as our weakest link. And every battle is won or lost before it begins, right? So rather than looking at where we think we are good, it might be a good idea to find out where we may be frail and how we can improve that, such as a simple thing like a slash resistant sleeve, right? So anyway, I hope you're doing well. Jim out.